Hi guys, welcome back to Raf Ninja Football TV. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be giving us latest updates about Chelsea Football Club. Our form has been really bad and shitty. We haven't been the best of teams lately. But before I move on, kindly subscribe to my channel. Please, if you are watching for the first time, share the videos with your friends and don't forget to comment about the video, your own opinion. What do you think about Chelsea? How do you think Chelsea should improve? What's the first steps? I said in my previous video, the first steps about Chelsea improvement is bringing of a new coach. I said it. And the first step after that, there are some players that needs to be sold, and there are some players that needs to be loaned, and there are some players that they need to also bring into the club. But I'm going to start with the area of the coaching first. Firstly, the the first area I'm going to talk about is still on that coaching factor. Chelsea are still going for their reigning champion. For the head coach is still Pochettino, the ex PSG and Tottenham head coach. He was in Tottenham a few years back, took them to the Champions League, and unfortunately they didn't win it. He took PSG to where they were until he was sacked. I think few seasons, like 2 seasons ago. That's when he was sacked, and now he has been in talk with Chelsea, and Chelsea are considering him. In fact, paperwork are nearly done. That is the case now, and I'm not seeing Chelsea in talk with any other person. That is the latest news for Chelsea fans about their head coach position, and I don't think it will be very nice. This decision, I don't think this decision that was delayed was very nice for Chelsea Football Club. It was not. Chelsea are suffering now. Frank Lampard has not been the best of four options. If we had known, we would have left Graham Potter, because for us to at least you play 5 games and you would be losing 5 games. This is not a very good record. You know the winning tradition of the club. You are supposed to at least have a little impact on the players and what they should do in order to meet the expectations of what you did when you were in the club, and even supersede that expectations. But no, I don't know, the tactics, the lineup, everything has just been bad. Chelsea has been poor in form, and this decision about the coach was supposed to be taken. If you were sacking Graham Potter, it had been done since. If you are bringing a new coach, bringing a very new experienced coach to manage the day, it will be a miracle. If we continue like this, it will be a miracle for Chelsea not to get relegated this season. If we continue like this, and we have top opponents. We have Manchester City, we have not played. We have Manchester United. Manchester City are in the race for the title, so they are winning as much games as possible. We have Arsenal, which is our next game on Tuesday. We have Newcastle United, they have been on fire, they have been hot. We have lots of oppositions, stronger teams, even weaker teams now. If there's no such thing as a small team when it comes to times like this. Chelsea needs to up their game. The formation, Lampard needs to learn. You are playing a game. James is out on injury. Okay, fine. Let him go and have a knee surgery, proper rest, and be prepared for the next season. I think by then Malo Gusto will be back. Malo Gusto will be in Chelsea. Malo Gusto, we bought him this summer. Christopher Nkunku will be in Chelsea. Okay, we'll be seeing new players in Chelsea, and would know our squad depth next season. Some of our players will leave. Some players are in Chelsea do not want to remain. There are some that don't want to play for the club. There are some that are not even giving playing time. I will take Aubameyang as one. Aubameyang is a striker. The time he has been given to prove himself, in fact, what am I saying? He has not been given any time to prove himself. How would you be playing a game? You are playing a game, you have a striker on the bench, you are playing Sterling as your striker and Gala as your number 10. How do you expect to win that game when you know Brentford is not a small team? Brentford is a very competitive team. Yes, they like to come back, they like to score, they score a lot, and we are having difficulties in scoring goals. This is the time we need a striker figure. Kai Havertz is out on injury. We have injuries in our defense. We need to score. We need all the help we can get. You have a number 9, a natural number 9 on the bench, and you don't play him. You don't play him, you leave him on the bench. You bring him when you are losing. This was the first problem we had with Frank Lampard during the time where we had them. Kai Havertz, we had Timo Werner coming to the club, we had Olivier Giroud in the club. Olivier Giroud now is doing exceptionally well now in AC Milan. He did what he could do with Thomas Tuchel and won the Champions League with Chelsea. And you bench this man that time. I don't know what is Frank Lampard trying to prove. You have the tactics is not that good. Yes, the midfield, you are playing six midfielders and playing one striker when we cannot score. What are we doing with the possession? Nothing. We just play possession ball and we lose. We concede and we lose. That is not good. If we are at least even drawing, okay, to be fine. But now we have lost 5 games in a row. Wolves, Madrid too, and we have lost to we just lost to Brentford. An Arsenal game is likely to be a loss. Yes, that's my prediction because the confidence of the team, the managers, the manager's tactics, everything is not even right. If that was what I said, Pierre Potter would have been left to finish if this was what the board would have come up with after sacking him. This is not the best of all decisions. Decisions made by the board this season has been affecting the club, bringing plenty players, bringing talking to the players in the dressing room, talking to players there. All this needs to be settled, and that's why I'm saying the first factor of Chelsea having to come back stronger. We need to come back hard the next season is the coach, and Pochettino now is leading the race. That is the updates and latest news about that. Players to leave the club and players that will come back from loan and also players that will go on loan. My suggestions on players that would leave. Already Hakim Ziyech is going to leave. He has already left before in the last transfer window, but paperwork were not completely done. It was about completing his deal with PSG, and he may also leave. Players, okay, Christian Pulisic complaining of game time. He may leave the club. He may not also. Mason Mount contract talks has been held, but there are possibilities that he may also leave the club as well because of the fee he is asking and considering, and that is the discussion being made. No concrete agreement yet about his contract extension for the club. And also I think we would buy a new keeper. Yes, bringing of a play keeper is very important. We can actually, maybe Mendy and Kepa, one of them may leave and the other, or the two of them may be sold. Never can tell what will happen this summer transfer, but the important thing, we need a very good keeper right now, and Mendy is not in the best of form and the mindset. The confidence is not even there right now. Kepa Arrizabalaga is not 100%. Yes, he's a very good keeper. There are some saves he make, but when it's time to keep balls that, long range shots are always what we concede from, and we check it very well, he has considered a lot of them this season. So that is one of my consideration about keeper. And our striking position, Pep Aubameyang is leaving. He's going to leave. He has been discussing with Barca, and he may return to Barca if financial fair play is being resolved. And also I think that will be all. Hakim Ziyech, okay. There are some players that will come from loan. Romelu Lukaku will come back from loan. Decision will be made about his staying. That also depends on the the manager, what he sees in him. If the manager says, okay, Lukaku, we need you, stay. That discussion, that decision we made during the summer transfer window, but he will be coming back to the club. Defense would need, there are some players that will need to go in the defense that are old enough. Some players will be low sold. Also, we can see Thiago Silva may have his contract extended by 1 year, or he may retire. And also the same goes for Cesar Spilicueta, because I think he had 1 year contract extension as at last summer transfer window, and he may also leave the club if contractors are not being held as well. And also Levi Colwill is going to be back from loan from Brighton. It's a left centre back. We could see what will happen there. So these are possible players that may leave, that may come, that may go on loan this next season. These are the possible players that may leave the club, that may go on loan, that may come back from loan, and also more players may be bought if these players leave the club. And we have incoming players already. I've mentioned them already: Mario Gusto and the rest, Christopher Nkunku, and we need a solid number 9. So that's why I'm saying there would be a discussion about Lukaku's future as a Chelsea player, if he's going to be part of the number 9 targets. Or there are also other considerations about Chelsea targets for Victor Osimhen and Harry Kane if Pochettino is to come to the club, but that will be a later news for the summer. So I think that will be all for now. Thank you for watching my videos, and see you in my next video. Please don't forget to share, like my video, subscribe the video, subscribe to my channel, and thank you. See you in my next video. Goodbye.